different substances around us. Most of these are mixtures and others are pure substances. What are pure substances and mixtures? If a substance contains only one type of molecule, it is called pure substance. If a substance contains more than one type of molecule, it is called a mixture. So, we take sugar and muddy water. Sugar contains only one type of molecule. That means sugar is a pure substance. And what about muddy water? Muddy water contains mud and some other sort of soils and water. So, there are different type of molecules. So, muddy water is a mixture. Here are some substances. So, let's categorize these substances into pure substances and mixtures. Here, gold, silver, salt are examples of pure substances. Muddy water, potassium permanganate solution, salt solution are mixtures. So, the objects we have seen are classified as pure substances and mixtures. But have you ever wondered how these substances are made? And break this candy sugar into tiny particles. Then dissolve these tiny particles in water. Can we see the particles in the solution we got? No. Why? It is because they are extremely small particles. Let's do another activity. Take one or two good pieces of camphor in a china dish. Slowly heat the china dish. What can you see? What happened to camphor? What kind of change occurs to camphor? We can't see the particles of camphor, right? But we can smell them. Here also, the particles of camphor are not visible. But can't you infer that camphor has spread in air as extremely small particles? Yes. So, from this we can infer that camphor is also made up of extremely small particles. Then take little amount of sanitizer in your palm and rub your palms. What happens? Can we see the sanitizer in your palm? No, right? But we can smell it. The same thing happens when water evaporates. But the water does not have any particular odor. So, from this we can infer that all these substances are made up of tiny particles. Now I ask you a question. Is it possible to decompose these pure substances again? What do you think? We can find the answer to this question through an activity. Put some sugar in a boiling tube and cover it with a cotton ball. Then heat the boiling tube vigorously. What do you observe? What happened when the sugar was heated? Can you see anything on the side of the boiling tube? We can see the carbon or charcoal and moisture content. Isn't it because the sugar decomposes into charcoal or carbon and water? Yes, the sugar decomposes to carbon and water. Is it possible to divide the carbon again? The carbon obtained by heating sugar could not be further divided. But in 1806, Sir Humphrey Davy discovered that water could be divided into hydrogen and oxygen by the passage of electricity through water. Sir Humphrey Davy was inspired by the discovery by Henry Cavendish, who discovered that water is formed when hydrogen burns in oxygen. So, we can convert sugar into pure carbon and water. Again, water can be converted into hydrogen and oxygen. So, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, gold, silver and all these substances are pure substances. Then, is it possible to decompose these pure substances? We can't. So, there are two types of pure substances, elements and compounds. What are they? Elements and compounds. Elements are pure substances that cannot be decomposed into its components. Some of the examples are hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, etc. Then compounds. Compounds are substances formed by the combination of two or more elements by chemical reaction, and these can be further divided into constituent elements through a chemical process. Examples are water, sugar, salt, etc. So, we know what are pure substances, elements and compounds. See you later. Bye.
Enclaps.